What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are back for Alfa Romeo Road to Glory Series Season 2, Round number 2 of the Championship of 23. Not 24, sorry, 23. Got that right, finally. We are here in the state of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. It was here ready for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We've done a lot of Jeddah recently. Think about it. We had the league race there a couple weeks back. Hopefully, if you guys tuned in for that live stream, that was horrendous. But yeah, so we're back at Jeddah. Obviously, this was when I was on the pad, so this is a lot different. Again, older series, and again, you saw that Ferrari livery. Yeah, it was a minute since I last played the game during that time frame. But yeah, we're back again, and it's gonna be a struggle once again because again, I haven't played this game, but in a minute. But anyways. That's what happened last race. If you've not checked out what happened last race, please go check that out below, because this is a spoiler alert right here. We had an engine issue, and it was the control electronics that failed, so still having reliability issues. And again, towards that second half of the season last year, we had engine issues everywhere, so they're continuing on into this, and it's not great, because again, you don't really want to invest into durability, but anyways, we're gonna put some upgrades in the car, and I want to go a little bit rear downforce because again, we were struggling with the rears at I think at Bahrain, and also just I want to put in some rear downforce in, and you know, there's never anything wrong with ERS. I love ERS upgrades because you can manage my ERS. So we might put in another one as we are gonna put in the cooling in there, and yeah, so we actually did put some upgrades in the control electronics, improved materials. Hopefully less wear, but we got to put in some reliability testing there. So yeah, but here we are for race 2 of Jeddah. Again, Jeddah is a tricky track to get right when it comes to everything, because again, the curbs are very aggressive here, and again, they're all sausage curbs, also low profiled, and again, that like people might hate it, but it's what Jeddah is. Like, it's low profile, like every curb is changed here. And again, you could still run Jeddah. If you run Jeddah, you have to be on the limit every lap. And yeah, and it's been a minute since we last raced at Jeddah. Well, it's been a minute since I last personally when I recorded this before I raced at Jeddah. And again, Jeddah is not one of my best tracks. It is probably one of my weakest tracks next to Miami. I think this, Miami, and Monaco, maybe even Canada, are definitely my worst tracks, I think, personally, but that happens. But anyways, practice 1, practice 2, practice 3. Did 2 practice sessions again. Kind of got used to the car. It felt great. I felt more comfortable, I think, on the pad, but I'm lacking a little bit of confidence through some of the corners, so it's not looking great, but it could be worse, and I could be in the wall. But again, it's going to be a tricky qualifying session because I want to get everything right. But again, resource points are going in. Development's going to go in here. We jump into quali now. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's jump into quali. Let's go see where we stack up compared to everybody else. Or not, because I thought it was quali. Maybe I guess you know, it's crazy how I can't even remember my edits. So yeah, I think I want to get that rate reduction on. That's what I try to get done. But now we could jump into quali. And now we get to see where we stack up compared to everybody else, because I'm very keen. I will say this track is very beautiful at night. Very beautiful. But anyways, welcome to Saturday night, and we are here for qualifying here for Jeddah, and it is going to be a challenge just to get out of Q1 once again, because it's been a minute since we last raced here. But anyways, here's qualifying here once again, and gotta get everything right. And again, turn 1, very important to get through those two. Definitely 2 of the lowest speed. That and the final corner, definitely the lowest speed corners on this track. Everywhere else, this part of the circuit, very technical, as we completely just, like, wow, maybe we gotta go down. Again, I think I've been having some pad issues recently. I will say that when I recorded that, so I will say that is a valid excuse. but still, you missed the apex like a mile, man. Like, what am I doing? And that has absolutely shafted our lap because that's P9 and that's literally dead last. And I guess we had front wing damage. I don't even know when we get that during the lap, but yeah, about almost half a second off to Bottas once again. I don't know why, but we are struggling really bad. And this is going to put us in the drop zone here, I think. Maybe just on the cusp of it. And here we go for another lap here. Final lap. This is the only lap we got, so we got to get this in the bag. But again, turn 1, very tricky. Let's take a lap around Jeddah. Why not? Anyways, I could definitely run out a lot wider there. I will say that you can run out very wide here in Jeddah without any mistakes. But here we go. That's much better getting through that corner. Don't use up that outside curb. Again, I'm braking a little too late. I'm definitely struggling a little bit with confidence. Maybe through this first sector here. Again, very technical to get right. You have to get that right. And I'm afraid to go over the curves because, again, very tight and very sausage-like curves. So obviously it's very difficult. Here we go. Down to this section, very close to the inside, like a little too close to my liking. But anyways, cut the track a little bit here. Obviously, Jeddah, you got so much you can cut and so much you can't cut. Missed the apex by a mile through that corner. You want to get as close as you can to that wall. Very important to get close. So yeah. But anyways, heading down to the next DRS flat to the floor. Headed down to definitely the most fastest part of the track. Super dangerous and very wide once again. We are struggling. I don't know what happened in qualifying, but in practice we were fine. Getting to qualifying, we are horrendous. I don't know what is going on. We're missing the apexes left and right. And it's been a minute. And again, like I said, look how wide we are. The understeer is crazy. This is not a great lap. I think we might actually be out in Q1 here, guys. I don't know if we're going to make it through. That's only P14. That is not a great lap. And the track is going to be expanding. Sonoda is next. I believe that's Sonoda. Or no, that probably was DeFreeze. I think Sonoda is somewhere else on the track. But I don't even think we're out. I think we're out, guys. Let's take a look. I don't know yet. Valtteri's P6 though. I think we're out, guys. I don't know if we made it. I am struggling a lot, man. It is a Q1, not wow. What a shocker, dude. Damn. I'm acting like I'm surprised by that, but I'm not. Well, that's very embarrassing. It has not been a great it has not been a great start to season 2. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe the race is better. Let's go find that out.
We're here today on the shores of the Red Sea in the lower Hijaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar. We're in Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Russell, Norris, Hamilton, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Gasly, Ocon, Bottas, Albon, Stroll, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Joe, Cowboy, De Vries, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson is alongside me, as usual, for today's race.
Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson.
Let's start with Alfa Romeo. We have some changes to the regulations, of course, which mainly revolve around the chassis this year, and unfortunately the early signs are that they've not adapted particularly well.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs, but this is only the first step down a long road of development. And even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
Man, imagine that as a commentary box. David Croft, Alex Jakes, and Anthony Davidson. I'm bringing that up because talking about Alex Jake somehow came out of nowhere and it caught me so off guard. But anyways, here we are, ready for the race now. Again, very technical track here in Jeddah and on the streets of Saudi Arabia. So very challenging. But Valtteri didn't have. He didn't get out of Q2. So he's P11. So I guess it's not bad, but it's still pretty bad. And again, we might go to the soft and then we go to the end on medium, or we go medium to hard. I'd say maybe soft, but the medium I think just would be better overall when it comes to the deg. But I might go soft here. Again, we gotta go aggressive. We can't just cruise around. We gotta go aggressive, and we changed our mind and we go with the medium. Man, maybe the soft was tempting, but I'm just doubting myself a lot because I don't know where we're gonna stack up because I want to kind of remember every go. 5 red lights here around Jeddah. It's gonna be hopefully let's have a great race today. Let's score some points. Lights out and away we go for race number 2 of Jeddah, and a great start ahead of Hulkenberg and Sonoda. We had to get off the gas from Yuki. That's for sure. We had to brake a little bit early. They are side by side as they are absolutely being so cautious through turn 1. They don't want to hit the back of Stroll. Bottas had a horrible start. And now Lance Stroll and Bottas is now side by side. We're side by side with Zhou Guanyu, obviously the man that we took his seat. Zhou around the outside, he backed out of that. Man, if he passed us around the outside, that would have been crazy. But again, the soft tires are going to go into their favor towards the beginning of the race. And oh my god, get on the track, please. It pains me to watch me race so bad when it comes to not playing my team in forever. And again, I feel like I haven't had much practice because I haven't played much of my team during this time frame. So yeah, special Ferrari livery, as you can tell, in this weekend. But we're going to keep this fight. We're going to try to stay with Leclerc, but again, they're not Leclerc, Sonoda and Hulkenberg, sorry. But they're going to be quick though because they're on the soft tires. They're going to be flying. Zhou Guanyu, he's also going to be flying as well. He's going to be all over the back of us. Again, the AI are prime Michael Schumacher and prime Senna, I can tell you that, because they are quick on the first lap. Very wide, struggling a lot with front end. Still, we got some issues with the front end of this car, and it could be tire temperature, it could be anything. The car is not feeling great right now, that is for sure. But anyways, here we head down into the next braking zone, into the final braking zone. Definitely one of the two of the low speed corners of this track. And here we go, foot flat to the floor, as that is a lap completed around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. And it is going to be a struggle today, but we will do this together. We get through it, and we fight back, and we get to the front. Because we are actually caught right back up to Sonoda, and like I said, it's mainly because the AI are good at the first lap, but then the second half of the lap, they're crap. Like, they're just poop. That's just kind of how it is, you know what I mean? So we're going to be all over the back of these guys, and I expect to be all over the back as very wide. A little bit of the kiss on the outside curb. Not great, but just a little kiss. Just a little tap won't hurt, you know, right? Just a little tap. But anyways, on lap 2 now, we're staying with Sonoda, all over the back of, kind of in the dirty air, so we're going to be compromised a little bit. But again, still, like, running, like, I don't know what's going on. I cannot turn the car for anything. I can't turn the car, I can't steer, I can't do nothing. I don't know what it is, but it is painful right now. I can't, I feel like I got nothing at the front end. I feel like the car is just on, like it's on red. Oh my god, a massive back end loss. Or I say actually not really back end loss, we just kind of hit the outside curb, got it bounced off the curb from the skid, or the floor mainly, and just kind of completely offset the car and kind of lost everything on it. But anyway, Zhou Guanyu down the inside, side by side now between the two Williams, between the Williams and us. Let's see who's better. Obviously, Zhou doesn't. That Williams is good in the straight line, but I guess it's not in Jeddah, so that's unfortunate. But yeah. So anyways, lap 3 now. It's been a great fight, I will say, for the opening laps. But again, look at that train. There is a massive train ahead with all these cars in it, and we got to get through Sonoda, Hulkenberg, and Stroll, Bottas, I think the 2 Alpines, and probably one of the Ferraris, because the Ferraris are kind of in this. The Ferraris are kind of in this like midfield fight, because the top 5 are basically covered with the Aston and the Red Bulls, and we're kind of just, again, like I said, it's just like it's gonna be a nightmare for the midfield teams to kind of score points. And again, we're kind of being in that midfield team because again, performance index the performance index doesn't always tell you the truth. They say you could be the best car, but then you go in there and you're like horrible. So don't always believe in the performance index, as I say. But anyways, look at look at this camera shot here, and look how beautiful this race is at night. It would have been great if I was actually good around this place, but I'm not. Under the hotel and through this corner here, I love this. I love the blue outline. There's a nice yacht right there, and little tents and everything else like that. Such a beautiful venue. Very beautiful. As I'm talking about how beautiful it is in this game. But hey, it's beautiful. What can I say? Lap 4 now. Laps are kind of ticking by pretty fast, and we're catching up to Sonoda pretty fast. Yuki's up. We kind of had a little bit of a fight with Yuki, I think, towards the second half of last year. But I think Yuki is going to be a bit of a challenge to get through, because Sonoda has been pretty consistent in the first 2 rounds. I will say that. He kind of was in the back, but again, he's pretty quick. So I watch out for Sonoda. I think he's going to be a dark horse in this season too. Only knows how good he could have been, but hey, maybe in the future. Sonoda could be a future teammate here. Alfa Romeo, obviously, I can only dream, but that'd been pretty cool. Anyways, back to the action. Sonoda had a little bit of a. He looks like he kind of lost, kind of bottomed out, and we kind of also bottomed out at the same time. But we might have it on Stroll here once again. We're in the DRS. He's got DRS, and he backs out of that one. And we now kind of dummy him by going down the inside and then getting a good exit, but that was not a great exit. That was actually not so good of an exit. This time we're gonna need to dump. We're gonna need to dump battery though. We gotta get. I think I want to get around him now. Here we go. Sonoda defends the inside. We're gonna defend the outs. We're gonna go around the outside, down to turn 1. A little tight squeeze. I feel like I squeezed him a little too much, but we got that move done. It wasn't clean. It wasn't easy, but it got the job done. Now Hulkenberg is next. He is next in our boat to get. And it is going to be, it's going to be a bit challenging, I think, with Nico. Nico is pretty quick, I will say that. And he's not going to be easy to get around, same as Stroll and everyone else. So we want to stay with this group and trying to just kind of follow them through and see where we can get from. But as you can see, this closing stages now of this race, the soft tire runners are going to be struggling now a lot because their softs are going to be, tired out. And again, this track, it's very high speed, so again, the tires tire wear is gonna be crazy. And again, I don't know which teams have the best tire wear. We don't have that great of tire wear myself, but you don't know how really other teams are, and we're kind of in that phase where we're kind of lifting and coasting. As you can see, we get off the gas and we kind of just lift and coast and let everyone else do the work while we stay within the DRS range, because it'd be just important just to stay with the DRS. So yeah, anyways, continuing on now, very wide through that part of the track. But what do you expect anyway? Still continuing on. No really gap changes up in the front. Maybe one of the McLarens. I don't know who that is. I think one of the McLarens is kind of out of that DRS range. Again, one of the Ferraris is up there, but they can't close up to that Red Bull. And there's just a massive DRS train, which is where we're at. Sonoda's over the back of us. Sargent, DeFries, and Zhou, they're kind of just having a fight for themselves, while we're kind of just in this phase of in the DRS train, just kind of following the whole train. All aboard the train, guys. It's gonna be a long train here. As you can see how long this train is, as not struggling enough, but now we're starting to hit everything, kind of all our apexes. Still running out wide though. I'm still kind of struggling through that last part. But again, now we're kind of hitting everything now. Everything is kind of going right. Everything is going right. That's good. But everything could go wrong at the same time, so we want to be very cautious. But yeah, as you can see, Sonoda got very close through one part of the search sector. And speaking of Sonoda, we completely just, I don't know what happened. I don't know if we gave up on confidence or what, but he just got all over the back of us. And well, we've been caked. We've been shafted. We ran out wide, lost I guess lack of concentration. And now we kind of learned the hard way, because again, we got DRS. I don't know how the hell we got DRS off Hulkenberg. We must have closed that gap in, but again, got to brake late just to stay within Hulkenberg. But yeah, look at this. This train is bad. But anyways, there's a fight though. That's Ocon and Bottas that were fighting for, I believe, positions. And now that DRS train is kind of shrink a little bit with that squabbling. You see now the Alpine leads that train, and we now follow them through. And me and Sonoda, we could work together by DRS sharing, but again, that with the AI feels illegal. But anyways, let's go take a look around the grid. So I just had an absolute brain fart moment. There's Verstappen, then there's Perez, then there's Norris. I believe there's Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. That is Sainz in the Ferrari. Then we got Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Gasly or Ocon. That might have been Ocon. Then another Ferrari, then the Aston of Albon. So yeah, there's kind of a rundown. And now Hulkenberg is next up on our target list. I want to get around Hulkenberg here, but again, he's just staying within this group, and it's really annoying because I'm trying to get around it. But here we go. Here we got a fight now. We're gonna go around the outside of Hulkenberg now through this next part of the corner. Very tricky to get around the outside. Made that gap through though just enough, and we got around him. That was I would say that was definitely aggressive. That was very aggressive. Man, that was holy crap. That was aggressive. But anyways, we got some pit stops now. That is Stroll coming into the pits. Russell came into the pits. I don't know who else came into the pits. Well, a couple guys came into the pits. I think one of the McLarens came in too. No. I thought Norris came into the pits. No, a couple guys came into the pits. Actually, Hamilton went in, and also one of the Haas as well. But anyways, lap 12 now. Surprised Bottas isn't a priority. I guess we have priority over Bottas as we go into the stop first. We go into the box on lap 13, and we go to the hard. Now it's going to be a long stint here, and we kind of got carried away with that DRS train. So, yeah, a little bit of a... Oh, no, it was a great stop. Unless we got compromised. I thought it was a little bit slow, but yeah. Hamilton and... I think, oh yeah, Hulkenberg might get us here. That's either Hulkenberg or Magnussen. They might get us on this exit. Actually, no, we don't. We actually got ahead of them. Wow, I thought they would have had us on the undercut there. I guess not. That was Hulkenberg. Yeah, I thought it was Magnussen actually. No, Hulkenberg kind of compromised, but again, he's gonna be all over the back of us though. Cold hards. Very tricky to warm up, and again, night conditions, so it's not gonna be easy to warm up. Obviously, the humidity's pretty high around here, but again, it's not warm out, so the tires are gonna lack warm up. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, lap 13 now. Bottas came into the pits. I think Valtteri is in the box, so he's next up on lap 13, but P15. So yeah, coming to that wise, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, not really near anyone. There's Bottas. Bottas is gone. See you later, bud. I don't know what happened, but we lost a lot of time with Gasly and Ocon because we're now almost 3 seconds behind them. And I think it's that DRS that's getting them. But again, now we're just kind of in the middle of no man's land. I guess you could say no man's land because we're kind of nowhere with them because, well, we're just not with them. Now we just kind of carry on with 10 laps to go. I doubt we're gonna get points here. I doubt it, but we pray for a safety car because you always safety car, red flag. We pray for one, at least one, please. So yeah, but it's gonna be a oh boy, it's gonna be it's not been a great start to the season. I will say that definitely a struggle, but we keep going and we try our best, as I guess you could say. So again, now we're kind of just lifting and coasting and just kind of just seeing if the AI will make a mistake. But again, we're pulling away from Tsunoda and Hulkenberg. But yeah, through this phase now, the hard tires always feel better on this car. I wasn't very happy with the mediums. I felt very good with the hards, but I'm not faster than the guys up in the front. I'm like lacking pace. I'm lacking, yeah, maybe it's the DRS, or like I can match their pace, but I can't close them. I can't close up to them. I need them to like fight. Gasly, Bottas, they're fighting though. That actually will put us into this battle. If they can fight and get me closer to this battle, that's all I care about. But it'd be difficult as Bottas is all over the back of Pierre. No, Gasly is actually over the back of Bottas. I think Bottas got around Gasly. But yeah, definitely again, performance index wise though, it's definitely a difficult weekend for Alfa. Between me and Bottas, because we're like nowhere, like legit nowhere, which is kind of weird to say because I thought we would have been a little bit competitive, but I guess not. When it comes to us, and yeah, so now I'm just kind of, I'm just lap 18 now. I don't really know what else to do. I can't close the gap. I can't do anything. Like I got nothing. Let's take a look at the field though. Once again, Charles Leclerc is in that group. That's Kevin Magnussen in the points. Where the hell he come from? I believe that's Magnussen in the points. That is Magnussen in the points. Wow. Okay, good for you, K-Mag, but that's not what I want, because that's kind of our rival, you think about it. But anyways, here goes Bottas, though. He might get a run on Stroll here. I think that is Stroll. Again, don't end in the collision there, Valtteri. Stroll's very known to crashing into people, especially in the back of another person's car when it comes to China. But anyways, there's Sergio, the Street Circuit King, is leading ahead of Norris and ahead of Verstappen. So yeah, look at the top three there. Same top three as in Bahrain. Norris is now taking the fight with the two Red Bulls while everyone else is kind of lacking off. But here goes down the inside. There goes Lando Norris. Verstappen goes back around the inside. They're going to keep on fighting. Oh, Verstappen in a little bit of an oversteer through that corner. And he is now struggling from that. But anyways, from our side, well, we're kind of coming back at Stroll. And we're coming back at Stroll. And Magnussen has fallen off like a rock. Like, this man went from somewhere to nowhere, and there has been a retirement in this race. I don't know who that was. I don't know who it was. It might have been Piastri. I guess I completely forgot about it. It probably didn't really matter too much anyways. I don't know who it was, but anyways, that might have been, I don't know who it was. We'll figure that out maybe towards the end of the race. But anyways, lap 23 now, 2 laps to go. If maybe we can close the gap a little bit on Magnussen. We do have a yellow flag, though. That could be a retirement. That might be a retirement. That is Magnussen. Wow, Stroll's actually been... And what is Stroll doing, man? He just completely brake tested me. What the hell was that? Okay, nah. Okay, what the hell? What the happened here, bro? What? Man, was that my fault? That might have been my fault. Hold on. Let's take a... Okay, the same issue as in Bahrain, man. A little tap does that. Maybe Stroll was just being very stubborn. All right, sorry, Lance. I won't. I'm not gonna put the blame on Lance. I'm gonna put the blame on me. Poor reaction times from my side. Another collision, and again, it's with Lance Stroll. Amazing, awesome, perfect. Oh man. That sucks. Anyways, broken front wing, points are off the board, but Perez wins, and Verstappen gets ahead of Norris, and that was the fight. Carlos Sainz finishes P4. Broken front wing, we take the car home. Tsunoda was all over the back of us, but he didn't have enough time. Maybe one more lap he could have got us, but another difficult weekend here to swallow. A tough pill to swallow. Around Jeddah. We gave it our all. Still lacking pace.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Well, there's your results around Saudi Arabia. Perez wins round 2. Kind of how representative of how F1 the 2023 championship was in real life. But the podium was completely different, I think, because I don't know who got third. Alonso got third that race, yeah. But anyways, yeah, there's that. Again, the same 3 on the podium. Norris was on the podium, I think, at Bahrain as well. So, yeah, great for him. Verstappen took P2 off Norris at the end. And yeah, so they had a great battle, but from my side, I'm not really happy. I'm kind of annoyed because it's frustrating to get this car right, and it's mainly towards me. I'm just not. I'm struggling with this car. I don't know what I'm struggling at, but I'm struggling, and it's not great. But there's the results. Valtteri, though, thankfully does get points again. So thank you, Valtteri, for carrying the team. I owe you a beer. I do owe you a mess. I owe you a bunch of beer. Actually, the DNF was Pierre Gasly, so that actually probably was why we moved up a position. But Gasly did DNF. But yeah, again, still struggling a lot. Not so great. Yeah, it's not looking great so far at the start. But again, I guess everyone down to P11 doesn't have any points either. So yeah, Albon's got a couple points. Bottas got a couple points. Yeah, it's not looking great as we head down into Australia for the next race in the land down under. But yeah, there's the constructors wise. We're sit P5 ahead of Aston, so that's good. But that's all I got for today. Again, we'll do a debrief, but yeah, just still lacking pace, and just this car is not so great. I'm just lacking a lot of front end. So definitely we're going to have to figure out some changes going into Australia, and especially Australia being kind of a front and rear downforce track. So we'll figure it out. But anyways, thank you all for watching this video. That's all the time I got left. It was an okay race. Could have been a lot better, but hopefully that's enough of Jeddah for the while. We've been racing too much around Jeddah. But anyways, be safe out there. Stay safe out there. Have a good rest of your day, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see y'all in the next one.